Hi, how you doing? It's Jeff Sinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com. Popular request, we're doing Warm Wet Circles by Marillion. Great song, staple part of their live show. It's even still being covered by Steve Rothery with the Steve Rothery Band. It's still out there. He did a version on his previous live album, Live in Rome. I'm going to go through the verses, the solo and the outro on the guitar. So we're going to cover quite a lot in this lesson. I do have the tab for the intro that you can download on the link below. Take you to that. It's all nicely tabbed out for you, and it's also the Guitar Pro format for you as well. Thing to note on this song, Steve Rothery did have a capo on this. I know some of you are going, oh, capos, they're only for beginners. Well, Steve Rothery is no beginner. It's certainly, and he has got this on 2nd fret to get the sound that he's playing over these beautiful chords that he's used. If you do like this lesson and you want to see some of my previous lessons or stay in touch with any of the new lessons that I'll be posting, take the time, click on that subscribe button. Click on the bell as well. I know there's a few people out there that I get the feeling you're not getting the videos and the notifications that I've posted new lessons. So all you need to do is click on the bell next to the subscribe button, and then you will be automatically notified when I've posted a new lesson, which is 1 or 2 a week at the moment. So it's well worth clicking on the bell or subscribing, and hopefully you'll learn something from these lessons. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. That's enough of the pitching. So let's get into this wonderful song, and let me show you how to play Warm Wet Circles by Marillion. So don't go away.
Preview.
So we're in standard tuning, and we have the capo on the 2nd fret. Sound. Now, Steve Rothery used a Roland jazz chorus on this song. Now, I know this because I saw him using it live when he played it. Studio-wise, I'm not 100% sure what he did in the studio because I wasn't there at the time, but I know when he plays this live, he does have a Roland jazz chorus. Now, I've got a very bright chorus setting on this to try and emulate that sound. So as I'm playing through, you know, a really kind of rich chorus sound coming through. Now let's go through the placement of the fingers and the notes that we're going to play through on that. So we start off with our little finger on 12th fret. 3rd finger plays 11th fret on the G, and 2nd finger plays 11th fret on the D. And we play B string, G string, D string. Then the little finger pushes back to 11 on the B string, and we play 11, 11, 11. Little finger moves back up to the 12, then it moves back to 11. Then we have this on the B string where we're going to play 12, 11, and then down on 11 on the G and the D. So we will get this. And from there, your 1st finger is going to pick up 9th fret on the B string. So you've got this lifting of this finger, you're keeping these two, the 2nd and the 3rd finger in place. And we're going to play B string on 9, going across that B, D and G. Then our little finger is going to pick up 12th fret on the high E string, and we're going to keep the 1st finger on 9th fret. And we're going to play high E to the B on 9th, to the D string on 11. Little finger then moves down to 11th fret on the high E, and we do the same strings. So it's E string, B string, D string. Then that 1st finger is going to then move down to 9 on the E string, and we're going to play the same strings again. We're going to play E string, 9, open B string, across to the low D on 11. Then we're going to lift the first finger off, and we're going to play open E, open D. Then we're going to play the D on 11, and then back to 11 on the G. That's the end of the cycle, and we're going to play that cycle 8 times. So we will get eight times. From there, we're moving down to this, which is a B triad. But we're going to introduce it with the low B, which is being from these opens with the 2nd fret. So he's using that open A string, open to that, when I say open, I mean against that the capo. But he's going to play D, and we're going to hold down on 7. Now these numbers I'm giving you are relative to the guitar frets, regardless of the capo. So I'm playing 7, got my 2nd finger on 8 on the G, and I've got my 3rd finger on 9 of the D. So I'm going to play across A string, B string, G string, D string, and then I'm going to play E string, back to the B string, to the D string, to the G string, to the D string. So I will get then we're going to move up, and you could see this as a C sharp minor, but he's not barring the whole chord across. What he's doing, he's got his 1st finger on 9 on the B, and then he's taking this shape that is like a minor triad. So he's got this 2nd finger is on G10, then he's got his little finger on D11, and 3rd finger on A11. And we're going to play the A string, B string, G string, D string. And then we're going to go up to the E string and play all the way up. So we're playing E string, B string, G string, D string. So far we've got now the next chord, a little bit of a stretchy chord, this one, because you're moving from that position here down to this major triad. We've got across here, we've got what is like an F sharp major triad that we're playing. And we are going to play, our little finger is on 9 on the A string. 3rd finger is on 8 on the D string, and our 1st finger stretching down to 6 on the G string. And we are going to play A string, G string, D string, back to the A string. And then we move down to the open E string. And we play down all of the 4 strings. So we play E, B, G, D. So we will get then he moves back to that 1st chord we played, which was that B triad, and we play that again. Now we start off again, we repeat that same chord, because what we've done, we've gone through this 4 chord trial. We've gone that, we've gone that, to that, to this. Now we start all over again with this B triad, same playing on the strings. Then we move up to this F sharp minor triad, same. Now we've got a new chord position here, and we're going to put our 3rd finger on the D string, on 6th fret, and our first finger is going to be on 4th fret on the G string, and we're going to play open A string, open B string, and then G, which is on 4, and the D, which is on 6. So we get this. Then we go to the high E and play it back. So we get. So we come in across all of the 4 strings once we've played that through. So it's that open A, open B, G, D, and then E, B, G, D. Now, next chord is 4th fret. Second finger is playing 4th fret on the D string. First finger is playing 3rd fret on the G string. Now we're going to do the same string movement as we just did on that previous chord. So we're going to play open A, open B, G, D, and then high E, B, G, D. Then we repeat all of that all over again. So we go back to that, to the, repeat, to the, and then that final one. And then we go back. And we repeat the whole of that complete section all over again. So we go back to that little intro, play that 8 times, and then we back into this part, play that completely. From there, we go to the break with the keyboard. Keyboard has got that nice little break, dum, ding, da da da, dum, got that. And from there, we go into the guitar solo, which is what we're going to look at now. Capo off, going back to a normal standard tuning. And what I've got now down here, and the sound that I've been using on this has got a real nice sustain and a smooth, because Steve Rothery really has a great sound on his lead. I'd love to be able to look at his back line, what he's using to get that sound. It really is good. So what I've got, I got this sound here that really kind of sustains the note. Nice little, I've got reverb on there, and I've also got some delay on there. Not too much that he's like bah, 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 because that's not what Rothery does. He doesn't hide behind delays to make himself sound quick, but it really does have a nice sustained tone. But what I'm going to do, I'll break it down section by section, and then I'll show you how to play it. So let me just look at the first one. So we're going to start off on 12th fret on the B string, and we're going to do a whole tone bend from that. So we start off on B. Now what he does, he's got a little kick that he puts in, not so much on the first one, but you get this, and he's going back to then he's going to 10th fret, so we go. He's using that 12th, so you got the bend to the 10 on the B, and then he goes across to 11 on the G. Then he's 12 on the high E on a full tone bend. So he's 12 first and then 12 with a full tone bend. Then we're going to do 9 on the E to 10 and then back to 9. So we've got, and then we're going to go 11 on the B to 12 on the B, 12 on the E, back to 10 on the B, crossing then across to the G string on 9 frets. We've got this like a little arpeggio, got a major triad. Is what he's kind of working through this whole line. So that's lick number 1. Now, all these licks are very, very similar to this one. Lick number 2, this is where he does a little bit more kind of a speed picking. So let me just play that through. So we start off exactly the same. That's exactly what we played before. Now when he hits this 12, then he starts a tremolo picking. And he's going from 12, moves up to 14 to 12, and then 17 to 14, up to 19. We get this. That's what you're playing. But he's got this little... But you're tremolo picking all the way through that. Kind of Steve Rothery vibrato. And then we repeat the first riff 2 more times. So you're back to that. And that is the solo. From there, we're straight into the outro section on that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to change the sound on the guitar and look at the outro section for you. So we finished the solo, now we are into the final part of the song, and I've changed the guitar around. I've got a bit of overdrive, but also want a nice little bit of delay, as you've got a drive coming through, but you also want to be able to hear the chord sound that he's playing. Always reminds me of Walking on the Moon. That chord when he's playing across there. What I'm going to do, I'll just play that first line, because he's got a couple of little lines that he does at the end of it. But we've got this. That's your first one. So what we're doing here, I've got my bar across 5 fret, but I'm focusing on this D note here on this A string. And the chord that I'm playing with the bar, I've got the 6th fret on, you could see there's that kind of, you've got this, an F. But what I'm playing is 2nd finger is on 6th fret on the B, and I've got my little finger on 8th fret on the high E. Then I go to a B flat 5 chord, to a C 5 power chord. So I'm just going across on the A string, 1st fret, 1st and 3rd. Then I've got this little run up when he's playing just on a triplet feel. So I'm playing 3 to 5 on the A, to 7 on the A, crossing over to 5 on the D, to 7 on the D, to 5 on the B. Back. Then he doesn't play the full chord, he just plays, he's playing like a C chord, he's playing a C major chord, but he's not putting a bar on it, so he's playing A string 10, D string 10, and then you've got the G string on 9, and holding down 8, so puts a little bit of whammy bar on there. Then he goes back to that chord. Now, this is where he starts to enjoy himself when he's playing this live on stage. What I'm doing on here, I'm going up to this D minor pentatonic. And I'm just playing across D minor, I'm playing on the D and G string. I'm just... So I'm playing 10-12. 10-12 on the G. Full tone bend. Back down. And then we back in. And then I play again across the D minor. This time now I'm playing across 5 and 7. Kind of a nice blues feel to it. Back to your chord. B flat, C. And then again on that C, a bit of the whammy bar. And then finally, noisy lead. Back onto, you can tell it's live. Then back to the chord. And then kind of just anything you want to do on this D minor pentatonic. Once we've gone through that cycle, it stops. And then we're back to that break that we had just before the solo. We got a keyboard down, 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 and that takes us to the close of the song. So all the parts have been covered. Intro, solo, and the outro section. I don't know really what to call that part. I'm just calling it the outro. But I said I've got the tablature for the first part. So I've got the second part really. I ain't got a tablature, I'm afraid. But you've got the chords. I've gone through the chords there, so you shouldn't have a problem playing that. Anything you want to do, you know, if you're playing it through, you know, you just gotta play anything on that D minor. You don't have to play the exact same things that I did. Like I say, Rothery enjoys himself when he's doing that little part. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed learning how to play Warm Wet Circles. Fabulous song, lots to do, lots of little challenges and a little picking thing there for you. Well, if you did enjoy it and it's your first time to this site and you haven't subscribed, don't forget, click on that button, click on the bell. That way you'll be notified when any new video lessons are being posted for you. Well, I'm going to let you go and you can start learning how to play this song, enjoying yourself. And I do look forward to seeing you all again soon in the very near future. Until then, goodbye.